Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, like every day, guys. How is everybody today? Hope you're all doing wonderful. I'm getting nice and warm here in Boston and along the East Coast. We're happy to see that. Guys, thank you so much for all the support, all the wonderful comments. It means the world to me, guys. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment if this video resonates with you. Or let me know what you're going through, how you feeling, and hope everybody's doing really well. Tips of the day, right? I'm going to start out with guys this morning. I talked about briefly. I was made aware of a program that's going to help me get caught up with my back rent, and it was a bit of work, right? So I had to do a little bit of work, and my landlord also had to do a bunch of work, and he's actually in semi-retirement down in Florida. I do a little bit of work for him. So when he got the email from his part of it, he actually asked me to get on and do it, and it was a little over my head. So I ended up working with the office manager today, and spent probably an additional 2.5 hours getting it all done. But in the end, I'm gonna get 3 months of rent paid for me for the hardships that I've gone through and for making the right choices. So my point of this being, guys, is be committed. When you have an opportunity, understand that nothing is just a free lunch. You may have to do work for it, but it's well worth it, guys. Put in the efforts, right? That's the whole thing. Like everything in my life today, I'm making real efforts to be the best version of me I can, and to improve my life and taking advantage of every opportunity I have for not only myself but even for other people, right? Literally trying to uplift other people's lives and share teachings and share lessons and things that are working so well, because guys, I'm incredibly grateful. My life is being blessed. I've never had such opportunities, hope, and possibilities open for me. But it's not being handed to me, guys. I'm doing the work, and I urge all of you to do the work. Every one of us. It's so easy to get into your comfort zone and get complacent in life, but if you want to strive and do better in life, you got to work for it, right? So, guys, I urge you, if you're struggling in anything, do the research, right? Go online and just Google what resources may be available that may apply to you. There's so many things out there that people are taking advantage of, and I'm somebody that thinks we're not going to get into politics here, but I think America was founded on a place that people can come to from anywhere in the world and have an opportunity for a better life, and I think that's beautiful, and I think that's the way it should be. Now, I do think you should, come in here the right way. I'm not going to get into the whole border situation, but because anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But my point being is, because of the influx of people coming in the country, there's a lot of resources made available for people. And it's not just people that are new to the country. It's those of us that have been here for a long time. With inflation and everything else, guys, life is tough today. It's not easy, right? And for myself, I've walked away from being a workaholic, and I'm legitimately trying to make my life better, so I don't have to work so hard and I can still survive. But I still work. I mean, I still work very hard every day, guys. And I work hard in researching these videos to bring a good message to you guys. But my point being, guys, is be committed, right? Want something better for your life and be committed to go after it. And as soon as in the past, I probably left a lot of money on the table because I've been eligible for different programs throughout my life. And at the first, I would throw like a little bit, little effort at it. And at that first stumbling block, I'd walk away and say, "Oh, I'll get to it next week." And then next week never came, right? Tomorrow is always a day away. I mean, and it's only a day away, but it's always a day away if you don't. So my point is, guys, just tackle whatever opportunities you have in front of you. Give it all you have. Tackle it head on, and don't be afraid to ask for help when possible. The office manager down in the office was fantastic. She spent 2 hours of her day helping me today, and we got to talking. And being my mechanical, I do construction, plumbing, electrical. I'm a fully certified mechanic, so I got a lot of skills. Well, she's got a boat sitting in a marina that they need a mechanic to look at the diesel motor on, and I'm like, well, God, for what you've done for me here today, the least I can do is I'll give you the first day to come and diagnose it and at least take a look at it and see what it needs. And she was real hesitant. She doesn't want anything for free. She's a great woman, really nice woman. Suzanne, thank you so much for today. But my point is, is a thank you for being so helpful for me today, because I couldn't get that done today, guys. The landlord's in retirement. I didn't know how to work the programs to set up the payee division of it, and she was fantastic. I worked together and we got it done. And as a thank you, I'm more than willing to go to the marina and take a look at the boat and see what it needs. And then from there forward, if there's something I can do to help her out, and she'll be willing to pay me for it, and I'll give her a great deal on it. But again, it's just there you go, boom! I just found another opportunity, and I can. The way things typically work for me is if I go to a marina, I'm gonna work on a boat. I'm gonna picking up 4 other customers out of the deal because I'm willing to work hard and do the work. And today I don't give myself away, but I'm still reasonable, right? I'm not charging these outrageous prices that some of these people are. I give people a good deal. I make sure that the product that I give them is really worth the price that I charge. But at the same time, I'm also charging what I need to charge to make a living today, and that's fantastic, right? And opportunities are coming at me left and right. And again, it's because I'm being open and not shying away from things left and right. As a matter of fact, I was talking to her about my YouTube channel, and she knows I'm in early recovery, and we got to talking about that. She's got a nephew that is also in recovery, and I gave her my channel to reach out, and hopefully I can get in touch with him and see where he's at, and see if I can't do something with him, or help encourage him to do better as well. And it's the whole thing, guys. It's building a community. It's being willing to put yourself out there and be an active participant in co-creating your life. Now, I say it all the time, dude. This all started with me with prayer. Prayer saved my life. It gave me a new life, and I say it constantly, guys, because it's amazing to me. Like, it literally changed my life. I asked God into my life, and He stepped in and showed me the value of who I am and what I've been doing my whole life, and highlighted the good things that I've done my whole life, and it's why I'm being blessed the way I'm being blessed, the opportunities I am today. Because I was never one to get over on people, right? Even in my darkest days, I always wanted to uplift somebody around me and make life a little bit easier for somebody around me. Like, I don't like to take from anybody. I don't like to perpetuate suffering in any way, shape, or form. And now I understand the power that I hold to uplift people and relieve suffering from people. But at the same time, I'm not taking it all on my shoulders like I would before. I'm pointing people in the right direction without having to be the savior in everybody's life. Because again, like I talked about, sometimes when you enable somebody by taking on too much of their pain, you're stopping them from having the breakthrough revelation like I had that changed my life. And I wouldn't want to take that away from anybody. But at the same time, I like to try and help and just be uplifting and be helpful in every way, shape, or form. And again, as I do these things, that I'm trying to be selfless and just trying to be nice and show somebody that there's good in this world, because that's what I'm all about, guys. I'm committed to making a difference in this world, and making this world a better place by striving to show people that how well. I mean, for me personally, I believe it's a sign of the changing of the times. This greed and oppression are just going away. Like, we're finally getting to a point where this technology and the internet, and we can all work together, and we can find like-minded people. We got people out there willing to help and uplift each other, and I want to be in the forefront of that. Like, I want to be a leader in this new, the new earth, the 5D revelation, or whatever you want to call it. But just this new way of living where we actually look out for each other and get back to community and caring about each other, and not wanting to perpetuate suffering by or not wanting to get ahead by stepping on somebody else's neck. There's plenty out there for all of us. There's never-ending abundance in this universe, and if we all work together and uplift each other, we can all get it together. Now, we're getting off topic here. So, anyway, guys, always believe in yourself. Always be willing to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, right? Even if you've been in the same job for 10 years at the same level, find a way that you can do a little bit extra, and make sure that it's something that you're going to be, that's going to open up a door for you, and strive to get to that next position, right? As somebody else is leaving for something higher, try and step into their position, but start working on the skills. Do that little bit extra that makes you stand out. It goes a long, long way, guys. I know it takes effort. Everything in life that's worthwhile is going to take effort. And we're all out there working hard as it is, right? Why not just take it to that next level? And again, it starts with pouring into yourself, right? Relieving the stress and negativity in your life so you can free up some energy to work on yourself. Study. Like, I study constantly, guys. Like, I used to sit around and watch TV. I literally have turned on my TV since November one time to watch the Super Bowl. And I mean, that's over the top. I'm not saying that nobody can sit back and relax and enjoy yourself, but I've got a lot going on right now, and I'm trying to improve my life, and I've got momentum going right now, so I'm continuing on. I'm not stopping anytime soon. This is the beginning of a beautiful ride. I'm taking you all along with me, and I appreciate you all being here with me to do it. So, guys, exactly, step out of your comfort zone. Stay safe. Don't do anything crazy, right? Don't go playing in traffic, and metaphorically or physically for that matter. But engage in life and see where you can improve yourself. Look online, see what resources may be available to you, see what online course you might be able to take to get you that next level in your job to make you feel good about yourself. There's nothing more empowering than when you challenge yourself, you step up to that challenge, and you succeed and you complete something. You feel really good about yourself, guys. Like, I'm glowing every day because I'm seeing my personal power. Like, the ability I have to change my life and to uplift people around me and to make my circumstances better. It's a slow going process, guys. Some things you do, you'll see immediate results by helping other people, and you'll see gratitude, right? And you'll start finding gratitude for your own life. So you see some of these results immediately. Other stuff is very slow going, and that's one thing I was always into. What got me into drug addiction was that immediate gratification. Everything I had to be doing something to make me feel good right now. Now I finally switched to the long game. I'm looking at the long term benefits of what I'm doing today, and that's huge, guys. I don't have all the answers yet, and I'm still finding things out, but I'm open minded and expanding my world left and right. So stay safe, but step out of your comfort zone. Great way to get that started, guys, is prayer and meditation. That's been huge for me, guys. I could never meditate before because I was never comfortable being in my own skin. So you got to start with the healing and working with therapists if you're in a position like I was where you had a lot of baggage from a long time ago. But now I've dropped all that baggage, and I'm not there yet, but I'm still working on it constantly, right? But I've gotten to a place now where I can actually sit with self, that I can meditate and actually learn and develop my intuition, and it's amazing, guys. It really is. But I'm doing a lot of work, guys, right? And I urge you, it's okay. We do a lot of work anyway. Why not do it for yourself instead of everybody else all the time? And, so that's that. Yeah, don't allow life or anybody to keep you in a box. Reach up for that next level, right? And when you get there, start looking around and see if there's something you can do to go to that next level. I'm jumping timelines. I'm jumping levels right now because I'm doing the work. Yeah. Always believe in yourself, guys. Right? Like, I've started my own little, I've started my own little, like, I guess we'll call it handyman service business now, because I was working for a plumber. I'm a mechanic, so I still do side jobs for mechanics. I got a heating call today from a new customer who's referred through a friend. And it's a very new boiler, computer controlled, a little newer than previously what we would normally work with. But I'm like, I know all the components, I know what I'm doing, so let me go over, rather than refusing the call because they're calling, oh, it's computer code, this, that. I'm like, no, just give me the model and serial number. I'll look up the manual on it, and I know I can walk my way through it. Well, guys, she wanted to know, I'd rather pay cash. Can you tell me what it's going to cost? And I gave her the price on it for the service call. And again, it's probably 3-4 times what I would have charged prior, but it was still cheaper than anybody's going to come out and look at it for her. Now, when I got there, guys, I walk in, and again, I know what I'm doing, so I went up and had to turn the heat on. When I didn't get a click out of the Takeo relay to call for heat, I popped the cover off it and found a loose wire, and boom, like in 30 seconds, I got it fixed. Now, she was a little shocked. She was thrilled that it was working, but I could see she was a little reluctant about paying my service call fee because I was able to fix it so quickly, right? But again, I held to my guns, and she knows she still got a great deal because she would have paid double for anybody else to come out, and they would have found the same thing as quick as I found it if they were qualified like I am. And I would hope they would be. But my point being, at that point, knowing she was going to be a little reluctant, but again, I was going to charge my agreed upon service call fee, and the thing is, I'm not charging her any extra. I'm literally just going to give her the job for that flat fee. But there were other immediate issues that I noticed: a heavy vibration, a bunch of exhaust clamps that were loose, exhaust that was starting to come apart because it wasn't properly installed, and an inducer fan that was about to wiggle itself out of this brand new high dollar boiler. So I took the time to repair all those things, right? So I gave her the best quality I possibly could. There was a purge valve that was also leaking, so I stopped and I fixed that. And, I wrote her up a bill and a receipt for everything. And in the end, she was very, very happy, and I got a great customer out of the deal. But again, when the call came in, I almost wanted to think, well, this might be something that the boiler company has to come out because it's one of these computerized deals. Nah, guys, always believe in yourself, believe in your skills. Now, don't fake it if you don't have it. Don't go do something. Don't go playing with something you're not qualified to play with. But have the faith in yourself. If you're qualified to do something, don't be afraid to step out and do that, right? So that worked out really well, and again, I got a great customer out of the deal, and I felt really good about it, knowing that I do know what I'm doing, and it was just further proving that, and I felt great about that. So always believe in yourself, guys. But and know your worth. Again, I know she would have loved to try and, oh, it only took me, 10 seconds to find it here. Give me a fraction of what I did. Oh, no, I charged the agreed upon price, and again, but I did give her the best quality that I could. Always go over and above, guys. Charge what you're worth, but never do just the bare minimum. Always try to look for something rather than saying, oh, I could come back next time. No, you know what? I can take 10 minutes out of my day, out of my time here. You paid me for an hour, and, it took me 10 minutes, so I'm going to look around and see what things I can make right in a very quick and easy situation, and I did, and she felt good about it. She was hearing the vibration from this boiler all the way up on the third floor of her, the boiler's in the basement, her apartment's up on the third floor, and she was hearing the vibration from this thing from the third floor. So at least I took care of that for her and saved her a future problem. So always deliver quality, guys, but you know what? Don't cut your own throat. Charge what you're worth, okay? Guys, I cannot stress enough. What has changed my life is prayer. Prayer and meditation have done this for me. When you pray, guys, it's the power of positivity. It's a number of things. I mean, I personally feel that God loves that I finally surrendered my life to Him and asked Him into my world. And again, guys, when you pray, ask God for help. Ask Him to show you His path for you. I've said it before. Every one of us has a divine purpose here on this planet. And when you find your divine purpose, things just start falling into place. And that's literally what I'm experiencing. I'm doing the work and I'm working hard, but I'm actually getting places by leaps and bounds compared to where I was before, because I'm not trying to live a life that is opposite of who I am. I'm embracing who I am, and I'm living up to who I am today, and I love that, and I'm being blessed for it, and I'm being rewarded for it left and right, and it's huge, guys. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. As a matter of fact, I had an opportunity last night, after I did my video last night, just before I went to bed, 2 fire engines pulled up in front of my building, and again, my landlord's a friend of mine, and I do some of the maintenance here. So at first I thought they were cutting through, but when I realized they were actually stopping here at my building, I said, oh no, what's going on? So I grabbed my keys, grabbed my phone, and I ran outside in the pouring rain. And it turns out that somebody had thrown a smoke detector in the dumpster, which, let me give you a little heads up on that, guys. When you're throwing away a smoke detector, always smash it and take the battery out of it, because otherwise you throw it in the trash and it'll start beeping like crazy and drive people out of your minds. We've been dealing with it for years. The kid that did so should have known better. But again, now you got 2 fire engines, including a ladder truck, in front of my building at 10 o'clock at night due to this, right? But my point being, when I went out there, the lieutenant of the fire department, who happens to be a friend of mine that I work with from time to time, was the same lieutenant that was here the day before I went to rehab, checking on me. And again, I was a mess, guys. I was literally knocking at death's door, and I was so embarrassed to have my friend Paul show up at my house and see me like that. But you know what? When I saw him last night, he come right over and gave me a hug, shook my hand, said, "Hey, you look fantastic. How you doing?" And I was so happy. I was so proud to be able to tell him, "Thank you, Paul. I thank you so much for coming to my rescue." But more than that, to explain to him where I am, let him know that I ended up going to rehab the next day, and I stayed there for a month. And here, as a matter of fact, guys, what is the date today? Today's the 6th. Guys, I got 90 days continuous sobriety today. I'm going to go to a meeting tomorrow and get my chip. I just realized that. So woohoo for that, right? And I didn't even realize, I didn't even put the day on it. But yeah, I know I was able to tell Paul, I'm coming up on 3 months of sobriety, and I put on 40 pounds. And he introduced me to his brother in the fire department. Like, he was proud of me, guys. That warmed my heart. That felt good. But that's what I get all the time today, guys, because I'm doing the work and I'm showing up as the best version of me. My neighbor, Laura, if you're watching the video, again, thank you. I gave my neighbor Laura this website on my YouTube channel, rather. I bumped into her today, and she told me she's been watching the videos, and she's like, you look good. You look good on camera. She goes, you look good on camera, right? No, I didn't. I feel like I'm still... But you know what? I know compared to where I was, I look a lot better. I'm healthy today, right? I'm maintaining a healthy weight, a healthy lifestyle. I'm eating better. Like, I'm pouring into myself in every way, shape, or form, guys. And it shows, right? And... like, I walked away with a huge smile on my face. That was such a nice compliment. And I get a lot of those lately, guys. And I'm not being conceited, and I'm not being cocky, because I'm not. I'm a very humble person. But I'm celebrating my wins, and I'm letting you guys know that these are things that start to happen to let you know. Like, the universe, God is beautiful like that. He will make sure that you know that you're doing right. I mean, as you do good things, guys, good things happen. And like, every interaction I have throughout my day is typically wonderful. Like, I'm walking around on a cloud all day because and don't get me wrong, it's not easy. I'm doing the work, but I'm always somebody that never had a problem doing the work. But I'm reaping the rewards, and I'm seeing the benefits of it left and right, guys. And it's fucking fantastic, guys. Excuse me, but it is. You guys know I swear. It is what it is. But yeah, I can't stress enough, guys, the power of positivity. Believing in what you're doing, right? knowing that when you pray, and you pray earnestly and honestly, that God wants to hear this and He's going to reward you and He's going to hear your prayers. When you're doing the right things, guys, you're going to know, because the right to try, everything's getting knocked off my desk here. When you're on the right path, you're going to feel it in your heart and you're going to see it in your world, guys. So keep working and keep striving towards it. But also remember, guys, that when you start doing these things, you will see some immediate rewards, but the long-term goals, the stuff that really matters, it takes time. I started with prayer back in, I don't know, September, October, right? And it took me until December to finally break down and go to rehab, and then, December rehab, this whole winter has been a rebuilding season. Like, I thought I was going to pop out of rehab and just life was going to be boom, 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 beautiful. Well, that's delusionary, right? But I buckled in and decided to do the long-term work and to make progress every single day, and I do. I got 5 notebooks out here. I journal every day. I'm studying 3 different courses. I got notebooks doing on that. I've written more in the last 2 weeks than I have in the last 20 years. And I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, I go buy three new. I actually had to go buy pens because I wore out every pen I had in my house. That's great. That's amazing to me. But I love it, guys. Eating. And here's something else I've been meaning to. It's a little bit off topic, but I've been meaning to mention it in my videos, guys. One big difference that I've noticed is I've stopped eating processed foods. They're processing foods, guys. And I don't want to turn into a big conspiracy theorist, but there's a lot of it. And I don't believe it's meant directly to hurt us, but it's just done for profits, right? These companies, guys, all these pre-made processed foods are so bad for the body, right? And it's sick care, not health care. They don't talk about it a lot because they want to keep you coming back and keep you hooked on different medications. If you literally look into the holistic medicines and stuff, guys, and that's what I'm all about, is holistic healing. I mean, I love my doctors, don't get me wrong, I love them to death in this. They're doing wonderful things for me. But I question anything before they want to put me on any medication because and again, those of you need to be, by all means. I'm not saying otherwise, but I'm saying look into what you can heal holistically and eat the best foods. I cook for myself all day, and I'll take lunches with me instead of going to buy me. I buy subs and sandwiches here and there. Leonie's, the woman I was talking about the other day, that nice woman I met that I was a joy. I meant to promote that too, guys. If you're in Somerville, Leonie's Pizza and Subs on Broadway, amazing, right? Best steak mom sub you'll ever have. Little free plug for Leonie's there. But yeah, guys, you know what? Try to eat more natural, holistic, and not pre-brown, not processed foods. It's one thing I made a point of. I'm cooking all my own meals from scratch. I'm not buying pre-made processed foods, and I'm feeling an absolute amazing difference. I feel better now than I used to when I was running around snorting, fentanyl, which made you feel like Superman, right? No, I feel naturally amazing, right? I'm going to the gym. I'm not going crazy at the gym, but I'm keeping myself healthy. God, yeah, I'm not even going to get to half of this. We'll save some of this for tomorrow's video. We're up over 20 minutes, guys. But, yeah, guys, I'm just trying to share my tips that are working so incredibly well. I wouldn't tell you these things if I didn't know for a fact that if you try these things, they're going to produce amazing results. And the most important thing, prayer, self-love, and helping others. I honestly go out of my way to look for opportunities to uplift and make somebody else's day, to be the miracle in somebody else's day. And it's rewarding, guys. It's coming back to me tenfold, and it always will when you do it from the heart. All right? Guys, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. The channel is really starting to grow. I'm starting to see new subscribers daily. The watch time and the click-through rates are going great. I love you all so much for it. I can't tell you what it means to me to know that this is actually gaining traction and we're building an audience, and more importantly, we're building community. Guys, I love when you reach out and talk to me in the comments. I really appreciate it. Please keep doing so. I make it a point to respond to everyone. Again, my email is listed there. If there's anything you want to collaborate, talk to me about, anything like that, that's what I'm here for, guys. God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much. Be safe. Be healthy. Be the best version you can and help as many as you can along the way. Thank you.